Alright, so like I was about to start editing this week's vlog, but there's one thing I forgot to do is make a bumper. So I don't really have anything to say other than this random fact. Did you know that whales don't speak English?
One, two, three, jump!
Hey guys, what is up? So it's a new week of the vlog. This is episode 96. What is up? How are ya? And if you're not familiar with me, I'm John Clouser. So welcome guys that are sitting inside my little camera. So we're here at this place called Summit Grill, and I'm here meeting up with a bunch of my friends. And when I say friends, I only know one person. So yeah, let's go inside. I didn't really film much here going on in this point of this day because I went to a brunch and did bottomless mimosas and proceeded to get absolutely hammered, and so it was a birthday party, so that was my excuse. Alright guys, hey, how are you? So I am here back in my studio, and if you remember last week, let me get in a better lighting. Okay, here we go. I'm in really good. Whoa, I'm kind of blown out. If you remember last week, I told you that I wanted to rearrange my studio. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do that now. And I have my GoPro on because I wanted to give you guys kind of like a POV of me moving things. The GoPro footage, awful. Just awful. Not usable. Not whatsoever. In my studio, as well as I'm going to do a master shot time lapse. I'm going to time lapse both of them. Let's get started. Let's have some fun. Let's go. I'm dark now. So I'm done doing what I wanted to get done today, and well, when I was taking a shower, well, I took a shower. So after I got done taking a shower, I thought, you know, hey, let me clean up a bit. And I went to shave, and I didn't realize my guard was too short. I had it on the smallest number, and I basically shaved what facial hair I can grow off, and now I'm babyface Clouser again. But I'm over at the gym. I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna do a workout, then head back to the studio and pretty much round this whole thing up, or finish off this vlog and then edit. But yeah, I don't know, this vlog, I don't know. I feel like all my vlogs are kind of all over the place, but that's what's so great about them. Who cares? Alright guys, so I'm back here at my studio, and I think I have everything situated where I like them to be and where I think they're gonna sit for right now. So I guess I'll give you a little bit of a tour. Over here is where my editing bay used to be, and now it's over here where my entertainment area used to be. And like, I also have this spare, like basically this closet back in this area back here. My extra closet is just like storage, extra place to have shelving. And basically the reason why I did that was because it's a lot easier for my cords when I set up my inbox, which is basically a huge audio recorder. It's easier to have it here, and like my cords can just flip over to right here where my table will be, and instead of it having my computer be way over here and then having to drag it all the way over here. And I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a film tip this week as well. So when you start making movies, you'll start realizing that they're super expensive and they're very time consuming as well. The thing is, you try to find ways to, if you can, you try to find ways to cut corners on things. Now, one thing I recommend is, like, you can go and you can buy shelving and you can have stuff like that for your camera gear and all of your stuff. But one thing that I found, which would be really cool, which I think is really cool, is using milk crates. And they work great for shelving. And I was lucky because I've had a lot of jobs in the food industry where, you know, when we get our shipment in for food of the week, I basically just take those milk crates and then I'd just bring them home, I'd wash them out, and then I just set them up and I use them for shelving like this. I don't know, that's something I did. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set everything up for my last little segment for this vlog, which I'm going to show you, or I'm going to basically walk you through my mindset of how I approach starting a new short film. So it's like the pre-production of it. So we'll be set up in 3, 2, and 3. Okay, perfect guys. So this is like the third take of me doing this. So I think you've kind of realized that in filmmaking there's usually multiple takes that occur and you get them edited together, and that is usually how you tell a story. So basically what I want to do at this last segment, or this last scene of my vlog, is tell you guys, or basically give you kind of like an insight of how, at least I do it, how I take an idea from my head, put it on paper, and then eventually make a script from that. So my next short film is going to be a horror movie, and I was thinking like, how am I going to do this? Am I going to make a like gory kind of like a Saw Hostel movie, or am I going to make it kind of like a thriller where there's more of like a suspense than like a big boom at the very end that kind of shocks you and then cuts to black? So pretty much what I do is I think of an idea. So I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? So like what I thought about this time is like a movie structure. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do like Hostel meets Saw meets like the very last scene of Cabin Fever. If you haven't seen that movie, it's really not that good, but the last scene is absolutely amazing. And so what I normally do then at that point, I'm like, okay, I have an idea of where I want to go with that. And I start writing on these little tiny scraps of paper I have, like just ideas of words, sentences, like basically props. And then what I do is I start laying them all out, and I start figuring out, I'm like, okay, so this idea works best before this one, and then I'll take this idea and I'll put it over here, and then I basically make a whole layout of what I want to do for my movie. I take a notebook, I go and I buy a notebook like this. It doesn't have to be anything creative, and I start writing ideas. I start writing out basically the bullet points of my scenes. And if you can tell, like I have little notches and then little words, and I like write little things. It doesn't have be anything creative. It's just something that is easy for you to read, and then you can take that and translate it over to basically a script format, which next week I'll show you how to write a script. The app I use, which is really cool because it connects to your iPhone or your tablet or anything you use, and it also connects to your laptop, so you can use them interchangeably. And once I do that, I start writing down basically the bullet points, and what that really does, it starts really structuring what you want to make. So you might want to make a horror film that has a lot of blood and gore, but you realize if I have all these scenes with blood and gore, that encounters more money, and it encounters more people that has to be involved. It has to incorporate more props. So it's all about just making it as easy as possible for you to understand, because it's very overwhelming. You'll have an idea in your head where like, okay, I have this demon, and I have this guy, and I have this unicorn, and I want to do this serpent, and like you have all these great ideas, and you can get very overwhelmed, and you are like, where do I go? What do I go? But if you write stuff down, it's the key thing. You gotta write ideas down. If you, like, it could be anything. The key thing is just getting it down on paper, because once you get it down on paper, you see it. And then once you see it, you can go in this direction, or you can go in this direction, or you can just like be like, I'm going here with the fucking unicorn. Once you do that, you can start figuring out little ideas like this where you can write bullet points, and then bullet points lead to like anything. It can be like a scene, a moment, a line that you really want to have in this movie that's supposed to be like the whole being of what the story is supposed to be. And the key thing is, like, you're going to be stressed out when you're filming it. You're going to be stressed out having people on the set. You're going to be stressed out with making sure that the catering gets there. There's going to be all these other stuff that's going to be stressful. But the key thing is not being stressed about what you're trying to tell as a filmmaker, as a storyteller. So that's it. Just write down stuff, and the more you write down, the more you're going to be able to understand what you want to do as a filmmaker. Because you might have this idea, but the thing is, then you're going to have to connect it with a project coordinator. You're going to have to connect it to your camera guy. You're going to have to connect it to your actors. And if you don't really understand your story, how do you expect them to understand your story? And that's the key thing, is understanding what you're trying to tell. Because once you have what you want to tell, it's easy. And one last thing, all the B-roll footage that you see at the beginning of this vlog it's B-roll footage, but it's stock footage I've had that I've shot in the past, because it's been raining the last 3 days, and the last 3 days I've been trying to put this vlog together. And unlike Jimmy Buffett, I don't like getting caught in the rain, so I'm sorry for that. But mainly the reason why I made this vlog was to show you like the pre-production of a story and a film. And I've always thought it'd be cool. What I always liked about filmmaking was like the director's commentary and understanding where the director was coming from when he was making this, like the scenes, like the locations, all that stuff. And so this is just step one of a way bigger, basically a series of short little things I want to tell you guys about how you make a movie. And yeah, so if you're curious, this is how everything's set up. So I have my camera, I have a light here, I have a light here, I have a light here, and then I have two more lights right behind me, which will causes like a backlight, which just fills the screen a lot more. Sorry I keep looking over here because it's just way better. But yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. That's a little bit different than what I normally do. I'm slowly trying to push more in that way because I just been getting kind of bored with this stuff. And if I can make a vlog about filmmaking, which is really what I want to do, is be a filmmaker, not a vlogger. But because I think vlogging is just really good practice. It's like working out for me. But if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next episode. So, peace. Also, stay in school. Don't do drugs. Bye.